What's going on, everyone? It's Token, and I am so excited to be back today with you all to bring back our VGC Battle Spot Laddering series, Climbing the Ladder. This is our in-game VGC series where we do go on the online VGC Battle Spot Ladder and go up against opponents that are using various different teams in what is now the VGC 18 metagame. So I'm so excited to be back with in-game battles. Unfortunately, though, these won't be my teams until I'm able to get further in my playthroughs of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I was too eager to wait until I was done with those, so we're going to be using some QR teams until we can get to the point where we're able to use our own teams. However, though, there's so many really cool QR teams already out, so I definitely recommend checking out some of these QR teams as well. Hibiki VGC has a good amount of them out. There's so many really fun QR teams. Definitely check them out if you're also not at the point to where you can make your own VGC team in your game, and check out some of these teams and still get some VGC 18 practice in game. Super fun, and I'm so excited. I hope you guys are as well. If you end up enjoying today's episode of our VGC 18, our first episode of our VGC 18 Climbing the Ladder series, definitely smash that like button for me, as well as subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm hoping we can hit at least 5 likes. That would mean the world to me if we could just get this video to 5 likes. That'd mean so much. It really show me that this series does have the backing that I am hoping that it does have. Anyways, those guys, today the QR team we are going to be using is a really fun team. I think this team is extremely well built, and I can't wait to play a few more games with it. I already played one game with it. I first tested out a really interesting like Lopunny, Raichu, Tapu Koko team that was really cool as well. However, the Tapu Koko didn't have an item, and that was throwing me off too much. I didn't like the idea of putting myself at a disadvantage of my team not having fully having all items on all my Pokemon. I didn't like the idea of that at all. So I left that team aside, maybe go back to it, but I don't like the idea of one of my Pokemon not having items. It just seems like an unnecessary hindrance on your own team. Anyways, this team is really fun. The highlights of this team are going to mainly be the UNBURDEN and ACCELGOR holding a Psychic Seed, being bitty fitting with the Psychic Seed because of Scarf Lele next to it. You go for UNBURDEN, obviously doubles your speed, so then ACCELGOR is extremely fast. It's able to go for, what is that move called? Acid Spray. It's able to go for Acid Spray, lower a Pokemon special defense to 2 stages, and then Tapu Lele cleans up from there because it is Scarf, so it's faster than a lot of Pokemon your opponent has as well. So really fun. I like that a lot. ACCELGOR also gets access to some really cool moves like Final Gambit and Encore. Especially Encore is a really cool move to have on fast Pokemon. Really can put your opponent in a bind that they really can't get out of. And then obviously, yeah, Scarf Tapu Lele, really good Pokemon, and we were already using it in our VGC Showdown Lives, so really excited to be able to bring it back. Definitely a little bit different of a set, but really cool as well. Then we do rock out. The next Pokemon on team is going to be Mega Salamence. Such a good Pokemon, so solid. So going to say it again. We've been saying it on our VGC Showdown Live, but we're going to say it here again. Then we do have Shukaberry Heatran. Really fun to have Heatran back in action, as I haven't used it yet in VGC 18. Then we do have Tyranitar, another Pokemon I haven't used yet in VGC 18 that I'm extremely excited to have back. I'm just excited that Sand is better than it was in VGC 17 overall. But yeah, it's good to see Salamence, and this is actually going to be a Dark EMZ Salamence, so I think that's really cool, especially for Pokemon like Aegislash that are usually somewhat of a nuisance for Salamence to deal with, just depending on how you go about dealing with it. And then last but definitely not least is Stacatica. Sorry if I mispronunciate that every single time I say it. I'm trying my best, but I do not know how to pronounce that thing's name. I'm giving it my best shot. Anyways, yeah, Stacatica to round out the team. Figgy Berry Stacatica, which is really cool as well. So yeah, to start out, my first game with this team was against this guy named Junior. He was around a 1636 rating, and I absolutely played this team perfect to the way it's supposed to be played. I played it absolutely perfect. I wanted to get one game to see if I could get a little bit of flow of how the team's supposed to mesh, how it's supposed to be used, and I played it absolutely perfectly, guys, and I'm not exaggerating. This was how this team is supposed to be used. So because of that reasoning, I want to showcase this battle for you guys so you get a little bit of a feel of how the team's going to work and how exactly we're going to go about using it. So I hope you guys don't mind. Right before we hop onto the Battle Spot Ladder, I'm just going to show you guys a replay of exactly how this team is supposed to function, how it looks at its max potential when going up against an opponent, and just so you guys can get a preliminary idea of how exactly this team is going to work. And I also wanted to, and I think this really just highlights exactly everything, and just in case we don't have the best battles, we get outplayed a lot in the battles that we do have in today's episodes or in future episodes, you will know that, hey, at least here I saw how this team's supposed to work, so hopefully I can do that when I use it. So that's what we're going to do. So enough of me blabbing, let's show some action while I blab over it. So yes, we were challenged by Pokemon Trainer Jr. and we did lead against his team. I decided to lead ACCELGOR Tapu Lele because I felt like that had the strongest matchup against everything, and he actually led a pretty decent lead. Metagross is decently hard for this team to deal with, depending on how your opponent goes about using it. But Metagross is just a very strong VGC 18 Pokemon. But yes, the Psychic Seed is going to activate. We're going to get our UNBURDEN boost. You will see Tapu Lele's terrain activate first and then Tapu Koko's afterward because of Tapu Lele being scarfed. And here, I was thinking, alright, Metagross is a bigger threat. I'm just going to try to go for, I'm going to double up into the Metagross slot just in case UNBURDEN doesn't kill. If we get rid of Metagross, I don't mind sacrificing my ACCELGOR to get rid of Mega Metagross because of how much more of a threat I thought it was to my team than Tapu Koko. Obviously, Tapu Koko's terrain is the dominant terrain right now, but nothing is going to get OHKO'd by Tapu Koko right now. Considering it's kind of less than desirable special attack stat, he honestly needs to be super effective. So anyways, here I predict my opponent to switch out of Mega Metagross, knowing that I was trying to get rid of it and him knowing how much it meant in this matchup. So I then go for the Acid Spray on Tapu Koko and follow that up with a Moon Blast to knock Tapu Koko out right away, right at the start of the match, as my opponent just switched into Suicune. So perfect. That second turn couldn't have went any better. Honestly, it was pretty much the first turn, considering my opponent double protect. Next, we're going to see Scrafty come in. Here, obviously, I could have maybe just attacked with ACCELGOR because the fake out on Tapu Lele was obvious. However, though, Tapu Lele is scarfed, so in no shape, way, or form could I have protected it. And I did want to keep it on the field because it's putting a lot of pressure out on Scrafty. And considering that ACCELGOR has the UNBURDEN boost, I knew I still outsped Suicune even with a Tailwind off. So here I just go for the Encore on Suicune to lock it into Tailwind, and then go for the Moonblast on the Scrafty slot, hoping to OHKO it, knowing that times 4 Moonblast, times 4 stab Moonblast would definitely take it out. However, though, my opponent does switch in Metagross, which I don't really mind because of the fact that I get the exact chip damage off on it that I was looking for to ensure that final Gambit would be an OHKO. So that is perfect. Now I'm just going to go for the final Gambit into the Metagross slot and the Moonblast into Suicune. If Suicune wanted to stay in, it's locked into Tailwind, I didn't care. If Scrafty wanted to come in, I get an OHKO on Scrafty, and then my opponent only has Suicune left. So I thought that was really a very solid option for us. So my opponent is going to Mega Evolve into Mega Metagross. We will see that now. And I will go for the final Gambit as I still outspeed this Metagross because of ACCELGOR's monster speed stat. And then you couple it with that UNBURDEN boost, making it ×2. That's even faster than a lot of Pokemon under Tailwind. So I love that. I love how fast ACCELGOR is, and I love that very fast Encore, as that put us in a perfect position with being able to lock the Suicune in, get Scrafty in, obliterate Scrafty, and now it's 3v1 against my opponent's Suicune. That couldn't have went any more perfect. That was like a beautiful first game with this team. I was so excited about how well that went. And now, now it's just Tyranitar and Tapu Lele, as well as Stacatica in the back. Game over. My opponent is done for. So we will just see my opponent forfeit here. So that's exactly how this team is supposed to be used. I hope you guys enjoyed this little showcase of showing first how the team, like the full potential of the team, and then now we'll hop onto the VGC ladder and try to get some opponents and show off this team in some more games here, and obviously some live games rather than a game that I'm just kind of commentating over. But I'll meet you guys on the VGC Battle Spot ladder. See you there. Great to see you guys join me here on the Battle Spot ladder. So now we will just hop onto the Battle Spot ladder and hopefully win some games with this very fun QR team. So let's just hop right into it. I'm excited and I hope you guys are as well. VGC 18. I think this format has a lot of potential. It reminds me a lot of VGC 15, which I was extremely fond of. I have like no music because I'm nowhere near far in into this game. As we get a 1649 opponent from Tokyo, it is really late Mountain Standard Time, so it makes sense we'll get more Japanese players. And it looks like this team looks a lot like a QR code that I saw. Anyways, this team is going to consist of Mega Salamence, Tapu Fini, Porygon Z, Stacatica, Porygon 2, and Torkoal. So looking at this team, obviously Porygon Z is very scary, especially a Scarf Porygon Z, maybe going for a Hyper Beam and stuff like that. Very scary Pokemon that I don't really want to deal with. Trying to think of what's our best way of going about this. I could go double slow Pokemon and try to just go like a full-on Trick Room theme. What do I lead here? What exactly do I lead against this team? Kind of want to lead Tyranitar, but then I think I just go with a ACCELGOR Tapu Lele just because of the fact that nothing else deals with Fini too well right off the bat, and I don't just want to be... Yeah, I didn't realize how badly everything that's not ACCELGOR Tapu Lele deals with Fini on this team. Yeah, so I don't want to just be at a huge disadvantage right away because I guess I could go Salamence, Tyranitar, and they should both be able to outspeed, but then I'm afraid of the Stacatica. Not the Stacatica. If I was just to lead Salamence and Tyranitar, then I'm afraid of the Scarf Porygon Z just going for a Ice Beam and knocking out Salamence. So very interesting interesting team we have here. I don't really know how to go about it, so the surprise factor might actually be what catches us off guard enough to put my opponent at an advantage, but hopefully not to the point where we lose this game. So we are going to see my opponent actually lead Porygon Z and Salamence, so not too bad for my opponent. Not too bad for my opponent. Here I am very highly considering just final gambiting that Porygon Z, because I really don't want to deal with it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go for. I'm just going to final gambit the Porygon Z, and I am going to Moonblast the Salamence. If Fini switches into that slot, that's worst case scenario. Alright, so we're going to see Salamence actually protect, so hopefully final gambit just takes out Porygon Z, because I don't want to deal with that Pokemon. Oh no! No, guys! Oh, I didn't think I'd have to double into that slot. Yeah, now we're gonna see the... Yeah, that is... Ah, that's so unfortunate. I did not think that wouldn't take out. I guess that's good to know for future reference. Oh no, he just goes for Breakneck Blitz. Oh, that's even worse. I wish I wouldn't have... Oh god, I wish I wouldn't have just... I thought he was definitely going to go for Z conversion. Oh, I desperately wish I wish I wouldn't have went for... Desperately wish I wouldn't have just went full out going for that... going for that KO on Porygon Z. I just was certain that it was probably Z conversion, but I guess I definitely should have gave it a little bit more thought. I feel like it would have been at a very bad disadvantage though if I would allowed a free Z conversion, but yeah, I guess I should have just doubled into that slot because the protect from Salamence actually made a lot of sense. Oh, now what do I want to do here though? It's like, does this Salamence have Earthquake? That's a huge deal, whether or not it has Earthquake. I think I'm just going to Heat Wave either way, and I'm going to Trick Room. Salamence is going to Mega Evolve now. If it only has the normal type moves, we're in a good position. If it has any type of ground type, has Brick Break, that's not good. It's not good. Why are you running Brick Break on your Salamence? No, you've got to be kidding me. Why did the Heat Wave have to miss? Oh my lord. Hyper Beam. What's taking that? Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, that's actually not too bad. Because now the Porygon 2 is actually super dead weight too on this turn, so that's actually not terrible. So I'm gonna click Heat Wave, but I'm not sure I'm gonna go for Heat Wave. Let's see first. We only got Rock. We got Rock Slide and Gyro Ball, so I can just Gyro Ball that slot. I think that's exactly what I want to do. We're going to... it's Heat Wave and Gyro Ball. Gotta pay attention to my time. Can we hit the Heat Wave? Oh, we hit it on both. Perfect. Alright, great, great, great. Alright, so we're not completely out of this game, but I definitely don't feel the best about it. Definitely don't feel the best. We lost both of our we lost to ACCELGOR. I don't know why I keep wanting to call ACCELGOR Halucha, but yeah, we lost to ACCELGOR and Tapu Lele. Literally not for much, so I'm still not feeling too good. We're gonna see my opponent's own Stacatica. I feel like that's game because of the fact that my opponent also has one. It depends on my opponent's set. It definitely depends on my opponent's set, but I don't feel good about the fact that my opponent also has ones. And how many turns of Trick Room do we have left? So we have 3 out of 5 turns of Trick Room left, so I guess I don't know if I should... Oh god, this is so hard. I don't know how much Gyro Ball does to Tapu Fini. Because if it does enough to put it in barrier range, then I definitely want to... I think either way. I'm not sure though. I'm definitely not sure. I'm just going to go for it. Go for it and hope for the best. Oh, my opponent's has superpower. Ah, that's definitely game. So yeah, I needed to just Earth Power into that slot, but either way, I think Tapu Fini 1v1's Heatran here. So yeah, we're gonna forfeit this game. So yeah, that didn't go quite as planned. At least I know for future reference though that Final Gambit won't be one-hit KOing any Porygon Zs. And just really unfortunate that it wasn't Z conversion actually at that point. But yeah, definitely not the best turn 1 play for me by going from Moonblast into Salamence, considering that the protect from Salamence was pretty obvious. I didn't see if my Psychic Terrain set went off before its Intimidate. That's one thing I didn't see, but maybe that possibly gave it away that we were scarfed to my opponent and gave my opponent more reason not to attack with Salamence. Either way though, it's perfectly fine. It's a learning process here, so we're going to get another game. Yeah, we definitely have time to get another game, so we'll get another game. And this will be our last game of today's episode. But yeah, hopefully we can do better. Obviously, what I could have done better there was just double into the Porygon Z and would have been in a monumentally better position. So anyways, we're going to get another opponent. I didn't quite catch their rating or their name or where they're from, so my apologies there. A little bit into my talking. But anyways, they're going to have a team of Mega Kangaskhan, Landorus, Naganadel, Alolan Ninetales, Pokemon I'm very interested in. I just don't like its speed stat in this meta, considering that it's slower than Salamence. I don't like that it's slower, and one of the main Pokemon I'd want it to pressure, so definitely an interesting Pokemon, but its speed stat's not as good as it was in VGC 17. Tapu Koko and Aegislash. So looking at my opponent's team here, Lele looks nice just because, no, Lele actually looks nice for a plethora of reasons. Lele looks nice for everything that's not Aegislash, honestly. Because it disallows Kangaskhan's Fake Out. It puts immense pressure on, lots of pressure on Naganadel. And, yeah, I like that in Tyranitar maybe, or do I go... I think Tyranitar. Or Heatran. Would I actually benefit more from... I think Heatran actually might be the call. Alright, let's say... What's the difference? What... Yeah, Heatran. So we're gonna go Heatran. And then we'll go... let's go... Do I wanna... Ooh, only got 2 of my team, and I was not looking at the timer. So my apologies there, guys. I really have to get used to these timers. I was not looking at the time on my team preview at all. That is a bad mistake on my end. So let's see who my opponent leads with. They're going to lead Tapu Koko Ninetales. Alright. So they made sure not to... Alright, so yeah, this actually isn't the best because my opponent's going to have the dominant terrain. And we're not going to be able to knock out Ninetales before it's able to set up an Aurora Reveal. So definitely not the best lead on our end. Yeah, I'm definitely not too proud of this lead, sadly. Yeah, and there's definitely no switching anything in out of the 2 I have in the back. What do I want to even do here? I'm just going to Moonblast into the Ninetales slot and go for an Earth Power on Tapu Koko. Probably won't take out Tapu Koko considering that an Aurora Veil is likely going to get set up before Heatran's able to attack. As we actually see Ninetales just switch out into Kangaskhan. Wow. Wow, I would not have expected that. Okay, and Tapu Koko protects. Alright, that's actually not that bad. I like that a lot more than Ninetales getting a free Aurora Veil off. I like that a lot more. And that's solid damage off on... Yeah, it's very solid damage off on Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah, so I like that a lot. And Tapu Lele has to be, I feel like Tapu Lele has to be the one you fake out here. And considering that, I'm going to switch in Salamence. I know it's a little risky considering that Tapu Koko can easily go for a... Tapu Koko can easily go for a Dazzling Gleam. So that makes that pretty risky. I really want the Intimidate. I could see a Volt Switch here from Tapu Koko as well, or just a Switch out. Alright, so we're going to see Tapu Koko stay in. Hopefully it's not Electrium Z. It's the last thing I want to see, because I'll likely take out Heatran. I don't know Heatran's EV spread though. QR teams don't get EV spreads, which is really trash in my opinion. Yeah, and we're going to see the fake out on the Tapu Lele slot. Alright, and it is going to be Electrium Z. So we'll see if this takes out Heatran. It wouldn't be the worst, considering that we do have Lele, which outspeeds both of these 2 in the back. But yeah, I don't think Heatran lives this, sadly. I probably should have protected Heatran too. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. We did not just live on 1 HP. The Invisible Sash. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No way. We did not just do that. We did not just live on 1 HP. No freaking way. Yeah, and I definitely go into Lele here. Yeah, Ninetales is going to come in now, but it's slower than Salamence, so we're in a really good position. We're in a really good position. Especially, I think Salamence carries Hyper Voice, just want to make sure. Yeah, it sure does. Oh, I can't even use it though still because I don't have... No! I thought it gives you the Z Crystal when you use QR teams. No, you've got to be kidding me. You still have to have the Z Crystal? Oh, no. That is extremely demoralizing. I did not realize that. Oh, now it's like, what do I even take out now? Do I even go for the... Yeah, I feel like I have to go for Moonblast and the Kangaskhan. Considering this now. Oh, that is so demoralizing. I thought I didn't need the... I thought I didn't need the Mega Stone. Yeah, and we're just going to see the Blizzard. That's going to take out Salamence, no doubt. Hopefully no freeze. No freeze on Lele. Alright, that's good. That's good at least. We're going to see Landorus as my opponent's last Pokemon. Okay. Sorry about my audio getting a little botchy there. I'm used to getting rid of the in-game music and just implementing my own, but with the new games, I just haven't been able to figure out, have not been able to figure out how to go about doing that. I know it was posted on Twitter by one data miner, but I couldn't figure out what their name was. Here, I'm going to double into the Landorus with the Acid Spray and Moonblast. If my opponent protects Landorus, we likely lose. I think we lose, but if they don't protect Landorus, I think we win this game. I just really don't want Landorus to go for like an Earthquake or something and knock out both of us. So yeah, we're going to go for the Acid Spray into Landorus. -2. Hopefully that's enough for a Moonblast to take it out. Another Blizzard, unless it freezes us, should not. Oh, that's nowhere near enough to take it out. That's nowhere near. Oh, okay, I think we lost. Earthquake into your own. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, we lost here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see if I can fix this audio. Alright, so it looks like it's doing better now. Sorry about that. I did not expect Landorus to be a Soul Vest. That's definitely a Soul Vest Landorus. I'm going to protect here. Hopefully maybe get another EQ into my opponent's own Ninetales. No, just the Rock Slide. My opponent's not going to make that play. Oh, it's like, what do I do here? I don't think an Acid Spray is even going to take out Ninetales, and I can't go for Final Gambit because then I just sacrifice myself. So I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to just bank on the Rock Slide miss. I pretty much have to. And pray that this takes out. I don't think it does, though. Yeah, it in no shape, way, or form does. Dang, that's really unfortunate. I did not expect Landorus to be,
A few moments later.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. OBS was freaking out on me. Anyways, in retrospects to the game, the way I could have done better. Really sucks that we had 2 losses in this episode. I do think this team's really good. Just a very unfortunate circumstance in our first game with that not only not being Z conversion Porygon Z, but our Final Gambit not taking it out. Still could have made a better play, and I feel like that first turn play was pretty much the game there. But in this second game, I feel like what I could have done better was, especially in that final turn, I guess I could have. I really couldn't have scouted for a Soul Vest Landorus. That was just really lucky on my opponents in that they had it. I'm trying to think. Because, like, I guess I could have also went for... I felt like Landorus was a bigger threat than the Ninetales. But I guess the Ninetales was actually a little bit of a bigger threat considering that Landorus had to rely on Rock Slides or Earthquakes to damage both of us. I guess I could have Final Gambit and beat... Yeah, I should have went for the Acid Spray and Moonblast into the Ninetales in retrospect, but obviously hindsight 2020, I would have made that play if I would have had any clue in the slightest that Landorus would have been Assault Vest and that our Moonblast would have done that little damage to Landorus at -2. Trying to think of what else could have been maybe done different. I think that was the main thing because we were definitely in a good spot there. So if we were just able to knock out one of those two and not just have both of them attack into us, we would have been in a solid position. And then the fact that Landorus ended up going for EQ and attacking into his own Ninetales, and no, that didn't really factor in any way. But either way though, guys, I appreciate you all watching. Really do appreciate the support, and I hope you guys are excited to have this series back. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and share the video if you want to also help it reach a wider audience. Either way though, I appreciate the viewership, and I'm gonna get the heck out of here, guys. Peace out.